outside Fox. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Nurkic is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Fox in at the point. Here's Allen, following the score by Derrick Rose. Booker outside. Good on the triple. Booker's got the lead up to 3 now for the Raptors.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Rose. Adams against Nurkic. The pass to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. Good D by Giannis.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And Giannis throws it down.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Murray comes in for Ray Allen. Bam Adebayo is checked in for the Nets. Leonard comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He said, "We're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connected. But don't get frustrated." He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence, guys.
Thank you, David.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Now here's Leonard. To the inside. Adebayo.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Toronto calls timeout.
And they're committing an awful lot of fouls here, and not of the good variety. You don't want to give up easy layups, sure, but it's been a non-stop parade to the foul line.
Giannis kicks to Siakam. Back to Giannis. Adams taking his time here. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and it'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And stolen by Siakam. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Giannis with it. Makes it off the glass. Antetokounmpo has got 9 points now in the quarter. And an important part of every team's game to look at the hustle stats for the Raptors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Now Murray, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. And Adams kicks to Murray. Siakam against Leonard. Pass to Murray. A 3-ball. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now an 11-point Toronto lead.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Raptors.
This is a game where defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Giannis.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy.
The player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think it's helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point. They've got Andrew Wiggins. Morant is out there with Curry. And there's Kevin Love. And it's McCollum in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. And here is Williamson after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Ball against McCollum. Pass to Davis. Kicks to Williamson. Just 5 to shoot. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And the shot is good. 14 points for Russell Westbrook.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second. Morant
passes to Curry. And here's Love. He's covered by Westbrook. McCollum outside. Let's go. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this lead, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up. Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Pass to Williamson. Great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
The pass to Wiggins. And here's Love. He's covered by Westbrook. Love kicks to McCollum. Over Williamson. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's a good look by Kevin Love. The decision-making with the ball in his hands makes him different than other fours.
Towns, the pass to Westbrook. Utah keeping it alive. A new 14. And that one's good. Towns.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Now here's Morant. Here's Wiggins. Can't connect from short range.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Steph Curry.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Curry, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. From deep, and it's Stephen Curry with a three. Curry's got 34 points.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Curry passes to Love. Back to Curry. They double team Curry. Higgins outside. From 12 feet out. That one wide left. Jazz trail by 11. Westbrook scanning the floor. A three-pointer, no good. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Milwaukee. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here and what looks to be a solid win for the Bucks.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Steph Curry.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive. He was
Garnett outside. Dragic against Doncic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tracy McGrady. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Brown. And then for Detroit, Jokic comes in for Goran Dragic. And Harris subbed in for Victor Oladipo. Pistons on defense. A 2-point game. The Celtics working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. Doncic passes to Bagley. Off target with his 3. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. On the floor for Detroit, they've got Kyrie Irving. Sabonis is out there with Harris. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's McGrady in at the shooting ball. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw. Sabonis, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime. And that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season. Gets out in the country and puts in that work.
McGrady against Butler. Here's Irving. That's good. Great play set up by T-Mac, Tracy McGrady. McGrady's got his 7th assist in the game. And Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, 2-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of a big city. And it gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Banked in off the bench. Schroeder's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Schroeder finds Butler. Ball's not loose. Doncic outside. Lets the 3 fly. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. And now an 8-point Celtic lead.
And what a scorer Butler is. An effective shooter who capitalizes in a variety of ways.
Here's Irving. Count it. Irving's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Outside, Bagley. Here's Doncic. All good with the triple. Pistons trail by 6 to the middle. Here's Oladipo. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Alvin Bagley picks one up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
That free throw good from Oladipo. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in a tight ball game.
Doncic feeling it out. He kicks it to Bagley. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Celtics lead by 7.
We all know that Butler has put a lot of work into his game. You see the result right here.
And it's Irving missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo. He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Now, here is Irving. Here's the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 29.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight. Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency. Yeah, Garnett, a remarkable scorer. Just a number of moves inside to choose from, including that little feathery-looking jump shot.
Now, here is Irving. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 18 points for Jokic.
They've tailored their offense around him. Let me tell you, he loves playing in the system.
On the wing, Doncic. By Oladipo. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic.
And
That's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. They trail by 6. Here's Irving. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, you know they're going to go to Irving in these spots. He's tremendous at scoring when his team needs a bucket.
There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Nobody near Schroeder. Off target from three-point range. Doncic against Harris. Bagley with the hook.
They need that kind of defensive impact from Bagley. I mean, he's using his size and length to force opponents to be aware of him at that end of the floor.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Garnett.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Dwayne Casey talk to his team. He said, we've got to pick it up right here, right now. If we're going to win this game, we have to take control. This is the time.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And he is unable to get the second one. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're trailing by 5. 19 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
They're focused on a quick way to score here.
They've got to put points up in a hurry.
Nobody near Irving. Misses the 3. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first. Nowitzki. Pass to Ayton. Embiid picks to Young. Stolen by Durant. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Durant is out there with Horford. Then there's Hill. And it's Vucevic in a fifth-center position. That's the Warriors' foul.
Well, that's one way to go from defense to offense. KD capable of doing it all by himself.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Well, Doris, you knew that his free agency would be one of the biggest stories of the summer. Everyone tried their best to land Kevin Durant.
And even considering the injury, anyone would be willing and able to take Kevin Durant on their roster. Why? Because when he's healthy, you become an immediate contender.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Tatum, he's checked in for Aldridge. Fournier comes in for Al Horford. And Lillard subbed in for Vucevic. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
And glad to see John Wall back out there after fighting back from his Achilles injury he suffered in early 2019.
Obviously, Kevin, an Achilles injury is very worrisome for any athlete, but particularly one like John Wall, whose speed is a major part of his game. But boy, he looks good out there, and you hope he avoids any more injuries the rest of his career.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Embiid. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got 6 assists here tonight.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Fournier finds Lillard. Down low. Here's Harold. And Hill slams it in.
If the keys to your offense are in Lillard's hands, you're going to be in pretty good shape. Check out how well he runs the pick and roll there. That's just a perfect way to play.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Stolen by Durant. Over in the corner, Lillard. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Wall. Kicks to DeRozan. Healed outside. Stolen by Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
We know Kevin Durant is one of the elite players in the NBA. If there's a big shot to be made, he wants to take it.
Now here's Wall. Passes to Nowitzki. Right side Wall. That shot, no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Tatum's shot is off.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And there's the pass to Embiid. It's Wall with the draw. Good work defensively by Lillard. Hands to Wall with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 3. Tatum dishes to Hill. And it's stolen by DeRozan. Lets it go with the 3. Fournier pulls it down.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You get the sense that Jason Tatum has a drive to be great. This is a young player who doesn't lack the confidence. I love watching him play. You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Nowitzki kicks the wall. Pass to Embiid. Back at 6. DeRozan in the corner. And again, Memphis no good.
Boy, a miss like that would drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Money!
Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They lead by 1. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. by 2.
From the moment he stepped into the NBA from the University of Kentucky, John Wall has been hungry and motivated to prove he belongs listed with the top players in the game.
Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
A bit of heroics at the line right there as he bumps their lead to 3 and makes things a little easier for them defensively.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 3. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Lillard, the pass to Harris. No good. Good work defensively by Nowitzki. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those 5 seconds away.
And he could not get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. So he comes up empty at the line.
Yeah, just a golden opportunity that's lost right there. Now, we still got a game. And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
His production has been unbelievable. A testament to how much he cares about his craft.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. Thank you, David. Great. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I can get my best player into that situation, that's what I want to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Tracy McGrady is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Victor Oladipo. And it's Irving in at the point guard.
Maybe it's...
That is something else.
Wow, what a moment right there. Griffin putting on a show. He is just an awesome dunker.
Outside Millsap. Pass to Capella. Now Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Oladipo. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
The 3 from Harden. Sabonis grabs the board.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And you hear it all the time about, as they say, reaching the top can be the easy part. It's the staying there that's the true challenge. And Victor Oladipo achieved stardom, but has to make his way back after his knee injury in early 2019.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Portland. Nash comes in for Clint Capella. Then for the Pistons, Jokic comes in for Blake Griffin. And Harris subbed in for Tracy McGrady. Millsap passes to Harden. That's It's good. It's Millsap with the assist. And that's 19 points for James Harden. And Oladipo had already dealt with soreness in that right knee, and you talked about that, missing about a month earlier in the season.
And some suggested he came back too soon. Hindsight always 20/20, and players want to be out there to help win games. Sometimes teams have to protect them from themselves.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Trailblazers leading by 14. Back to Harden. Got it. Good job on the low post. Harden's got 11 in the second half.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And that one's good, Irving. Irving's got 21 in the game.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Now, here is Harden. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And, Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Sabonis finds Irving. Jokic against Whiteside. Pocket 6. Here's Harris. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap's got 7 rebounds in the game. Harden against Oladipo. Harden draws the double. Millsap. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
Now, here's Oladipo. Millsap grabs the miss. Millsap's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for James Harden.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Here's Oladipo following the basket by Chris Middleton. Irving from long range. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap, and Portland with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Nash against Irving. Nash, the pass to Whiteside. Over Oladipo, and again another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all.
Hey guys! Keep on rocking in the free world. 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 Yeah, go ahead, go and do what you want. Live free, do what you want. Ride around town, ride a bike inside. Stay carefree, live like the sun. Man, I know all the times they putting you down. I know it take a lot just to put up a smile, but for now, do things you ain't did in a while. Blue dress, ooh girl, I'm feeling your style. We out to get it. We on that, we about to shut down the city.
do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Bledsoe is out there with Simmons. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Lowry in a point guard.
He wasn't able to get his name in the score sheet in the first half. But he looks like he's starting to find his comfort zone here.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Paul Pierce.
And he lit a fire for them with his three-point shooting tonight. He's drained 6 bombs, and that's a huge component of their offense. And he hasn't just been chucking them up either. His shot selection has been terrific.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Here's Leonard after Ben Simmons' bucket.
And then Leonard and George jamming it home, Kevin. Got to keep him as far away from the hoop as possible.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Simmons. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
Rose scanning the floor. He dishes it to Leonard. The shot, no good. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Mitchell against George. Puts it up from 12. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And that's superb concentration. It takes a lot to distract George once he's got position inside.
1:10 left in the fourth quarter. Rose dishes to Mitchell. Outside Rose, just 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. The Clippers grab the miss. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
And Drummond kicks to George. There's the pass to Valanciunas. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Simmons. That one falls. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. And free throw coming up. Simmons, and so he's picked up.
In the sunshine, but that was only one time. Okay, it wasn't one time. You ain't showing up late when you got a suit and tie on super. Woke up in a good mood, Sally full of cartoons. Catch a
sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league, guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
Let's
yeah.
talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really could be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast. Beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something.
They've got Collins. Luka Doncic out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Garnett, and it's Clark, and it's Zell. That's the Boston Five. Fox passes to Adebayo. Now Mitchell. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stop.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Garnett after the basket by Brooklyn. Dinwiddie with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 14. Mitchell outside. Here's the floater. And that one, good. Mitchell's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But, GA, this is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Now, here's Rose. 1:12 left to play here in the fourth. Now the pass to Adebayo. And Boston with the rebound.
You know, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Brooklyn.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. It'll be win number 27.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous two games with.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Leonard.
They needed someone to do the heavy lifting tonight, and he was their man, scoring every way he knows how.
Now, here's Mitchell after the miss from Kevin Garnett. Can't cash in from close range. Outside Collins. Kicks it to Clark. The high post shot. Offensive rebound. Outside Collins. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were.
Turn me into a giant. A thin line between living and I'm on the edge and I might just dive in. No turning back, man, I'm ready to go. Coming with me or I'm going alone. Man, I'm talking changes on the crash course, but I ain't afraid of danger. Now let me give you what you came for. Coming up, I'm coming up.
Inside. Here's Allen. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And we all know Allen is used to these pressure situations. When they need a basket, his team feels comfortable getting him the ball.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Luka Doncic.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens had to say to his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thank you, David. Jamal Murray is out there with Devin Booker. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Adams in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Raptors trail by 3. Murray, the pass to Siakam. Shoots from the baseline. And Booker with a nice bucket inside. Booker's got 12 now in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Now here's Butler. 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. They get it again. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They trail by 1. Adams finds Murray. That's a floater go. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
Here's Doncic firing the basket by Giannis.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
And they double up Antetokounmpo. Down low. And Siakam pulls it down.
I'll tell you, Siakam's earned these opportunities. He can get you buckets when you really need them.
Booker against Doncic. Adams, a nice D.
Both sides attacking. That was good defense versus good offense.
Antetokounmpo passes to Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's a 3-point Toronto lead.
You can see the evolution of Giannis as a passer. He's gotten good at thinking for himself and his teammates.
And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. It's in.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now here's Butler. 43 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they go to the intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. Allen's checked in for Toronto. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
And it's Schroeder missing. And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Schroeder. And nothing is falling for him right now. And
I know we gon' win. This is for real. We never pretend. We gotta win. It's not being best. All of my dreams have been chased. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They counted me out, I never fit in. Never will fall, never compare. Just wanna win.
LeBron. Six on the shot clock. Right wing. Ingram outside. Over Tatum. And it's Ingram missing.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Harold. Durant is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Vucevic. And it's Horford in at the 3 slot. The Rockets pull it in. Ingram's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The kick out to LeBron. Allen trying to break through. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Young. LeBron's got 26.
Well, pick your poison if you're a defender against LeBron. That three-point shot, just another way he's going to put it to you.
Here's KD. Oh!
Well, Kevin Durant with a little crafty creativity. KD at the rim.
James, the pass to Allen. Back to LeBron. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Vucevic. Bogdanovich comes in for Montrezl Harrell. J.J. Redick's checked in for Tatum. And Lee's subbed in for Kevin Durant. Redick finds Horford. Nails the wide open. Outside, Porzingis. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Porzingis has got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
We've got Garnett. Jaylen Brown out there with Doncic. And there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Bagley in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Boston 5. Doncic finds Bagley. Over Nash. Bagley with the bucket.
You have to do more to shut down Bagley.
Portland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Capella with it. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Garnett. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Capella sends it back. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Nash has got the ball. Nails the 16-footer. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And Nash terrific at shooting while in rhythm. Effortlessly just switching between the dribble to the pull-up.
And here is Butler. 6 to shoot. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. Good on the shot. And that's now 9 points for Jimmy Butler.
Oh boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, James Harden.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Brown. And a switch here also for Portland. Middleton's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Now, here is Harden after the miss from Dennis Schroeder.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And so here's Portland following the bucket by the Celtics. Hits it from three-point range. And that's now 37 points for James Harden.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Doncic against Harden. Outside Butler. The three. Kept alive.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
That one goes. Count it. Harden's got 39.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Outside Butler. Passes it to Doncic. The three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Back to Nash. It's to Porzingis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Garnett.
Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
And he sinks the second. Celtics trail by 7. Big needs a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Garnett. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Garnett, a vocal leader, always trying to psych his guys up and get into the head of the opponent.
And both free throws good from Garnett.
Well, a big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's Porzingis. A second chance effort. Right side, no good.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
The basket counts and 1. Will go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Love watching Bagley getting confident in big possessions.
That's good from Bagley.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Now, here is Harden. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was out.
And finished off by Bagley.
So impressive. The fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team and just fighting.
Now, here's Schroeder. Harden missing his last shot. Schroeder looking over the floor. Porzingis comes with the double team. Garnett. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Garnett's got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics. Harden against Doncic. And they get it. And James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 42 in the game.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
On the wing. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
Well, those kind of shots should come with a warning label. Caution, Hassan Whiteside is around. He's simply one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Now, here's Harden. To the inside. It counts.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now, a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 3. There's 47 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Against Schroeder. The pass to Doncic. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over. And that's his first snap. He comes up with the goods on that one.
5 seconds separating the shot and game blocks. Back to Butler. Garnett, the pass to Doncic. And here's Garnett, defended by Middleton. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go without the contact. They get Steve Mills. He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now, here's Harden. Good for 3.
They just do that, Kevin. They just did
Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Man, I'm just blown away. Absolutely as clutch as you can get. People are going to be talking about.
David, thank you as always.
Hey, guys. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Davis finds Holiday. Ball against Nash. A pass to Westbrook. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game. Heading it down. Porzingis is out there with Clint Capella. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Harden. And it's Nash in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
And here are the Trailblazers now. It's a 1-point game. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, I like the chess match that's going on here. Each team trying to find and exploit the favorable matchup on the floor.
And the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Cole Millsap is checked in for Portland. Chris Middleton comes in for Porzingis. He has a chance now to... that was a strong dunk.
That's why you go home.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Nash against Westbrook. Nash outside. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. Nash has got 9 points here in the second half. Utah calls timeout.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Utah trailing here. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the rebound goes to Nash. And Nash gets double teamed. He kicks it to Whiteside. Harden against Holiday. Back to Whiteside. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
He's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 3. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. 1:35 left in the fourth. Outside Westbrook for the 3. Here's Davis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And both free throws good for Davis.
Wrong guy to put on that line in the close game. You know he's not going to miss.
Holiday against Harden. To the middle. Here's Millsap, and Millsap shoots it in.
They count on Millsap to deliver in these big moments, and there he does.
Westbrook with it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Again, it's on Whiteside.
The defender over.
That's good. Going 1 or 2 from the line, and that brings them within 2 here.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Harden outside. Portland with a new 14. In transition, here come the Jazz. Holiday is running. Here's Williamson, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for 1 more coming up.
You just love seeing a player with
to Whiteside.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. Bradley's checked in for Williamson. And so making both free throws better give them the lead here.
Good job, man. When it's this close, the team that wins the free throw battle might win the game.
And the Jazz call time here. They're trailing by 1. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Utah making a change here. Niang's checked in. Here's Westbrook. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the officials in the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Williamson is checked in for the Jazz. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. They lead by 1. And now they decide to foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
He's always a lead leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden is so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
To the paint, here's Williamson. It's off.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
They grabbed their own miss. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. It was all right, David.
What goes around comes back around. Austin with the powers, hair full of flowers, man's looking sour, yeah. Everything is groovy, living in the movie, broke but I'm bougie, yeah, baby. Take me somewhere where no one can break me, somewhere where I can be happy. For now I'm stuck in the matrix, no complaining. Walking in the sunshine, super fly, I'm super fly. Skating on the runway, skating on the runway. Super fly, I'm super fly.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
You know, block shots, guys, are clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
But also, they put the offense on its heel. Look at the number of steals they've been able to get. And that's something they also can take great pride in.
And the GOAT conversation, LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
They've got LeBron James. Lau is out there with Randall. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Ingram in at the 2 spot. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Walker. Now here's Ingram. And Embiid with the block.
Yeah, good energy and awareness that time by Embiid to deny that shot.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Hield's checked in. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Yao. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Healed with the bucket.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Buddy Hield.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. Yes, they're behind right now, but he's still upbeat. He said, guys, we can get back in this game. Stay together out there. All-out effort can win this game.
Okay, David, thanks. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
Not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
Now here's Nowitzki. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Has to be. Fires for three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. It'll be the third game of this three-game road trip.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Here's Walker, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Houston moving the ball around. Yao can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Walker, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. Walker in the post, and Embiid with the block. They got him on the arm, but it's still pinned. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
You know, one of the big stories has been the three ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Now here's Hield. And there's the pass to Nowitzki. Shoots over Beal. That's good from Nowitzki on the assist by Hield. And that's 13 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
Hey, Father Time has yet to slow down Nowitzki, a go-to guy in important spots in the game, and a confident clutch shooter.
Now a timeout called by Houston. One guy who's been getting it done is Buddy Hield.
He can't miss from deep. The defense has to regroup here, and I think they've got to change things up because he's locked in from behind the arc.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Beal. Feet out and he hits it.
A shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here's DeRozan trying to get open his heel. They shoot again. DeRozan's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Nail from three-point land.
Walker demanding the ball when they need a bucket. Relishing these moments.
Now here's Wall. This is it to Nowitzki. Over Jackson. Nowitzki, no good.
Not sure
First shot is off. Memphis trailing here. And they double up DeRozan. Wall wide open. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent foul.
Now here's Walker. To the middle. Here's Yao. Good D by Embiid.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Walker with it. He's picked up by Wall. Walker the pass to Ingram. Good. And he has put them to within 2 points.
Ingram not getting overtaken by the height of the moment. Nailing the shot in the face of the defense because his poise and composure is top level.
Here's Walker. Here's Jackson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on John Wall.
Nice work to get it inside and drop.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
Braun, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. All with the bounce pass. Here's Nowitzki trying to get open his heel. Down it!
Well, Dirk Nowitzki is a handful. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with it.
Timeout called the Rockets. They trail by 2. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Here's what's your take?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw.
There's 18 seconds left in the 4th quarter. DeRozan against James. He kicks it to Walker. Can't knock in the 3. And now we've got the intentional foul. Heckling that crosses the line, Smitty. We saw the Utah Jazz ban someone for life. How can the NBA do a better job of protecting the player?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I think each organization, let's take our hat off to the Utah Jazz. They acted swiftly and quickly, and I love what they did. They banned the fan for life, and I think you got to get more of that. And also, I think, you know, as far as the NBA and also along with these teams, have some kind of pregame or, like you said, before the season starts, just reinforcing and stating the rules.
Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. It's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top 10.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team should be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
Tatum out there with Durant. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Fournier in its shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Clock is at 3. Holiday inside the line. The Warriors pull it in.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Moves on moves. That's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag. And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group. With Paul's skills, whether it's off the dribble or off the catch, the mid-range area is money.
Outside Fournier. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
Holiday, the pass to Paul. Now here's Hayward. On the wing, Davis launches a three. That shot off the mark. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. And that's game 2 of the string of 4 games played at home. And the shot is good. The Utah lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Tatum.
Yeah, and in one-on-one situations, Tatum is a nightmare to guard. Versatile offensively, and really allows him to score consistently.
Warriors have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. It's to Fournier. Harrell with it. And he makes that one. Now just a 5-point Jazz lead.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
And stolen by Tatum. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Now here's Harrell. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
And really, they've rebounded well all game long.
Here's Paul. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Tatum. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And deep. A rebound by the Jazz. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Inside, Towns.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Good on the second free throw. Timeout called the Warriors. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make a pay.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the last timeout. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more careful with the ball. Play within the offense and get good open shots.
Thank you, David. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. 24 points for Gordon Hayward.
Not the guy you want to let catch fire. Hayward better be first on your mind.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're down by 6. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. From the arc. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. A shot by Paul, no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Holiday looking over the floor. And the pass to Paul. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Paul's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There's nobody you want taking a clutch shot more than Chris Paul. He loves the big moment.
with the jam.
This just in. AD is not going to buckle up and fold. He's unafraid of the moment.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're behind by 6. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Hayward against Tatum. Count! And now they trail by just 4.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So it gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Adding a little cushion to their advantage. Nice work at the line.
And KD's got the ball here for Golden State. To the inside, here's Fournier. It drops.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Lillard way outside. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And he connects.
Everything feeling new now. Way up at the now. See the picture that I drew now. And I really can't lose now. In control like Chris now. Yeah, they know how I do it now. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. I'm doing me. Hey, that's how I like it. That's how I like it. Making a beat shake. Got on my wallet. Got on my wallet. I had a breakout. Out of the silence. Out of the silence. 130, I'm bouncing. And throw it all cause I'm out. And now I'm falling for it. So I'm getting way too far. Can't wait too far. Can't wait too far. Falling on no. It's running. Treat me like a star. Treat me like a star, yeah. My breath and myself all at once. The more you talk, the more I speak to myself. They say it's bad for my health, you can tell, but I'm almost there.